switch to desktop here. Josh is going to get the video started. Let me pull up my participants. Shouldn't matter now. Can everybody see the thumbnails okay? The screen looks good?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Let's go. There's 118 photos in this category, so we'll do 3 seconds each. Then we'll do judging after that. All right. So the feature category, I should have read the description first. It is a found situation with strong human interest, a fresh view of an everyday scene. So I'm going to go through now, and when I get 3 votes, I'll just move on to the next slide after that.
You're going to give me an oral cue?
I will. Everybody, if you just hit the yes no button, I will say in or out when the votes are in. Out. Out. Is this working for everybody? Just while we're doing this, you can see the pictures just fine. Okay.
Yep.
Out. 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 In. In. Go back. Out. 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 In. Out. Out. In. Out. 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 In. In. Out. Out. In. Out. 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 out, 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 in, in, out, in, in, out, out, in, out, in, out, 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 in, out, out, in, out, 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 in, out, 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 in, out, out, in, out, 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 in, out, 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 in, out, 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 in, out, 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 in, out, in, out, out, in, out, 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 in, out, 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 out. All right, I think we're back to the beginning. So here are the ones that you kept in. I'm just going to scroll through the thumbnails real quick, and then we can go and look at the outs. And if you have any that you want to plead your case for or hear a caption, we can do that. And if you are talking, you could unmute your mic if there's anything you need to say.
I think it's a pretty strong set of images right there. Look through the ones, like you said.
Yep. We'll go quickly through the outs. All right, we good with what we had?
Yeah, I think we got the
So
good ones that we wanted.
Okay. So how do you guys want to go about whittling down from here? Should we do another round of judging? Do two ends again, or is there any captions you need?
I think it might be too early for the captions because what do we have? 25?
Yeah,
Unless
25.
somebody else feels differently.
I think we could still whittle down from here in one more round.
Okay. I will do that. I will do.
Can we ask for individual cut lines if we have a question?
Sure. Yeah. And I'll
Okay.
I'll do it the same way. I'll show them big, and you can do your in and out, yes no voting. And if you have a caption, then I can slide over the sidebar that shows the caption.
That'd be great. Thank you.
Okay. Yep. Yep. So let's start over here.
We're voting now.
We're voting now. Yes.
Okay.
That's out. That's in. Out. In. Out. Out. In. In. Out. In. 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 Out. In. Out. In. In. Out. In. Out. In. 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 Out. In. Okay. So we're down to 15 now. So it's kind of up to you guys how you want to look at these. Do you want to we could do another round, or we could talk about them, move them around a little bit?
I mean, I think we don't have like a crazy amount here. Do you guys want to hear captions?
That's fine with me.
All
Yeah, that
captions,
would
or
help
do you
me in
need
a couple of them.
Right.
Yeah, I think some of them are obvious.
Yeah.
Right. But I think
what
some
would you
of
like
them
to hear
could be
captions
helpful.
on?
If you don't mind, can we just run through all of them, or I mean, or you guys want just selected ones?
I don't mind if we go through all of them. That's fine.
Would you like me to read? Is that legible on your screen?
Uh, yeah,
Yeah, I can read it.
I only see the bottom half, so I must be doing something wrong.
Maybe if you rearrange your windows with participants.
Easy for you to say.
I know.
Sorry,
I'm
this is
gonna,
only
It
the second
happens in
time.
the upper right. Sorry.
Okay, hang on. Let me see if I can do it.
I've already clicked you guys off.
Oh, okay, I got it. Sorry. This is only the second time I've been on Zoom, and the first one was we tested, so got it.
Okay, you guys good with this?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. I'm good with moving to the next one if you guys are.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Mhm.
It's a long caption. Good to read.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Good.
All right. Okay.
Hmm. Good.
Okay.
Do you have any favorites that you want to talk about or point out or bring up?
I just want to clarify, I know every contest is a little different. Are these supposed to be found moments at non-planned things?
Correct. The description as it reads says, "I found situation with strong human interest, a fresh view of an everyday scene."
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
The cut lines for me definitely helped on certain photos.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
the one, the adoption day one moved up for me,
Yep.
hearing the
Yes, me
storyboard.
too.
Yeah, definitely that had didn't have as much significance before reading the cut line with it for me. So I agree.
I like the moment off the bat. It was just, that's the thing that can really, in these competitions especially, really push up your pictures, is hearing more of the backstory, and not, because a lot of times people like us, we're coming in and we don't know the whole story. So that, I'd like to see that a lot if we can, when it
Mhm.
taking that extra effort by the photographers.
Would you like me to start dragging photos in a certain order? Moving some up to the top row and just kind of sorting that way?
That'd be great. I mean, I think we all like that adoption picture, correct?
Right.
Yes.
Okay. What are other top row photos for you?
I like the duck one as well at the moment. The goose, sorry.
Is the bubble one the last one, or do we have more below there?
The bubble one's the last one.
Oh, okay. Okay. I love the visual of the Santa peeking through the window.
I like it, but I don't like the framing. I think it's a little too panoramic. Just something about it compared to some of these other ones that seem to be composed really well.
Hmm.
To me, that personally, that extra space, I don't think adds a lot to it. I know he's filling the other window. Those are my thoughts, but I'm open to talk about it more if you guys want to.
Can you bring that one up real quick, a little larger? I don't know. It just, to me, it feels like such an, uh, something we've all covered 1,000 times is, the Santa at whatever event and the little quiet moment. I'm a sucker for the quiet moments before or after something. So I still like it. I understand what you're saying, but the symmetry of the framing doesn't bother me.
I like that the photographer was looking beyond what was expected, Santa arriving and doing stuff. I just wish there was a little more, I don't know, if for me, for it to be a prize winning photo, I wish there was something else maybe in that window that gave it a layer, an extra layer.
Yeah, me too. Or if, we're not in the scene, so we don't know, but even if we had a layer of, somebody walking by, kid or something that gave you an idea of where they're at.
A little bit of additional context, yeah.
I do applaud the photographer because it means that whoever it was seeing right from the start of when they got there instead of just waiting for the predictable Santa getting mobbed or whatever.
That's
so
true.
it is a nice picture.
That is true. I also like, I like the graphicness of the bounce house one down on the bottom, the blue one.
I do too.
Like, I think it's composed very well. The colors, it's eye-catching, nice found moment.
And it's got a different kind of feel with the electric blue and the old-timey house and the girl come right between the windows. It's perfect like that.
Yeah, the composition on this one may have been my favorite of everything we've seen as far as composition goes.
Yeah, the composition in this really is the key thing. The first one, the one we have up there right now towards the front is more about the moment, and then we can play off of, for you, what's more important, the moment, composition, or if they can have them both in the same picture. But so far, I like the ones we had at the top. There's still a couple others that I like. I like the house tearing down one as well, just because of the story.
But does that fit as a feature?
Yeah, that's what I wondered, if it should be in like a general news kind of category.
That was I like the frame, but that's my reservation with this one, is it didn't feel like a feature.
Well, I guess it depends on, like, if the photographer is doing a story on this family, they've been following or something. Like, I know you see a lot of times things can go either way.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily like this is an event of them tearing down people's houses. They were probably following this family, and you might enter their story as a feature story. So does that then make this a feature photo?
Another one I'd like to see larger is the car with the flag.
That one does not do it for me.
Yeah, now that I look at it, I just wanted to spend a minute looking at it.
No, I like the found, in a parade, finding the nice little moment, but the other ones just have more going for them right now.
Yep. I'm okay with that. I just wanted to see it.
Yeah, for sure. And I like the layering of the the slide feature, as a found sort of moment. And when you have to go out to cover a hot day feature, I think having the layers and and the color just makes it pop. I really
Oh
like
yeah, that's. I mean, this is quintessential hot day like feature that you would be looking for.
right. And
Do I move something up? Should I move that up, or how do you want to arrange those?
Can we move some out that we've like if we're I mean if we agree that the
Oh,
car
another
maybe
one.
does
I'm okay losing the car.
Okay.
What do you guys like about the reenactment one?
I think that falls into the same I mean I don't know that I'd move it on beyond this, but I think it falls in the same realm as the Santa where it's this quiet found moment in a larger event that just kind of has a nice feel to it. It's just kind of this you know you've got a little pattern repetition going on. You've got just kind of this weird moment happening, and I just kind of enjoy the bizarreness of it. But I'm okay if we lose it. I don't know. I don't think it rises to the top of this category.
Agreed. Or should we? Do you want to go through and do another voting round here, and we can just? I'll open it up, and you can just talk about it in and out, and then if we lose it, we lose it.
That's fine with me.
It sounds like the first
Yeah,
first
that
three
works.
we're all pretty set on. Sounds
Yep.
like.
Figuring out the orders. Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever we do. Are we judging? Are we voting again now?
Yeah, you can do it either by. I don't know if you need to use the buttons, but if you want to talk through and decide to lose it as we go through, that's fine. I'll give you a minute and move on to the next picture.
Can you tell me what we're awarding first, second, third, and honorable mention, or are there no honorable mentions, or are there a certain number, or?
There can be as many honorable mentions as you want, but there will be you at least have to do a first place.
Got it.
And then you could do second, third, and as many honorable mentions after that.
Got it.
But the first place is the only thing that's in the rules required.
I still like this one.
I mean, we can keep it in for now and then see. I mean, I agree with some of your guys, what you said about, getting the moment before the predictable. So I could probably lose this one.
I could lose it too.
Yeah, I mean I like it, but I don't know that it rises to.
Yeah, I was really waiting on the caption, and I don't know that it really gave me anything else.
Yeah, so that one's an out.
Yeah, I could lose this one.
Yeah, I could lose this one as well. I like the other summer one better just for I mean, this is a pure moment and it's composed well. I mean, it's clean. But the other one just has the extra step going for me.
Okay, so that one's an out.
I could live with this one still in the running. It's probably not going to make a top 3 for me, but it might be an honorable mention.
Let's leave it in.
I can agree. Yeah.
Okay, keep that in.
I could lose this one. It's a nice moment, but I don't know at the end of the year, whether this one rises as high. For me.
I like the moment. This is going to be really picky, but I'm a little distracted. This people who know me will laugh when they won't be surprised when they hear this. I'm a little distracted by the little things that are at the edge of the frame.
The little tree right there in the top right, and
Yep.
it's a shadow or whatever. I know they probably cropped it that tight to get rid of other things in the frame, but I kind of wish it had a little more breathing room.
Yeah.
Not a lot, just a something to kind of, it feels a little crowded. So I'm okay losing it.
I can live with that.
Okay, so that one's an out.
I'd keep that one.
I keep it for now at least.
That one's in.
Yeah.
I could lose this one.
It's a really nice moment, but I think some other elements detract from it.
Yeah.
I just
It's-
wanted more of the story as well on this one.
It doesn't, yeah, there doesn't feel like there's much significance beyond what we're seeing. Whether I'm sure there is, but it doesn't feel like it with what we have.
Yeah, like a nice quote from him about why he's cleaning it or something would, just do the same thing as that father-daughter adoption.
Yeah.
They could really catapult the picture.
Because the emotion is there, the interaction. It's just we don't really have a whole lot of the backstory on that.
So that sounds like an
I'm
Out.
Yeah.
okay.
There's something about this one that I just really enjoy.
It's got a timelessness to it, I think.
Yeah.
It's the advantage of black and white.
Yeah.
You could say that, but it's also, this life that I don't know for
Right.
isn't normal for a lot of people. I mean,
No, exactly. But I think the black and white really even adds that dimension to it.
Yeah.
I think it would not rise as much if it were color for sure. But just growing up in that real life, it just it's got that little feeling to it. Aside from the black and white.
Yep. Reminds me of Missouri.
Even the cowboy boots on, the
Yeah.
kid, everything about that. I like this one. I'd keep it in.
Yep, me too.
Okay. In.
Yep.
I like
This was.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say I like the moment, but I wish there was more to it with the cut line and to give me some more context about.
Yeah, like was this her first time,
Yeah.
pig, but she really couldn't get it to work. Not yet. I mean, that little bit would help, but I think some of the other features for me are a little cleaner and a great moment though. I mean, it's something that would work well on, like you said, for the day and everything. And
I agree.
I'd be happy to have that picture coming in at the end of the day.
I'm not a big fan. I just think, I like the moment a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I could see a bit different execution and it would be more compelling to me.
You probably don't like the light up in the corner.
No, it's not that. Are we gonna go there? No, it's I guess I would want. I don't know. This is just me, and it's not done that way, so you can't tell. But maybe just a little bit less depth of field, so that the girl in the pink to the right is a little distracting. I don't know. I'm picking nuts, I guess.
Well, I think
Please.
I think we have to. I think, and it's a nice frame, and I think you're right. If it were shallower, just like Ryan was saying, it could be cleaner. and a shallower depth of field would definitely make this cleaner. You could still have the context without having the distractions.
But I
So I'm
think,
good. I'm good to lose it if you all are.
yeah, I'm good to listen.
Yeah.
Okay, that one's out.
I still say to keep it. I mean,
I could live with that. It's a really nice moment.
yeah. I mean, being with the family. I mean, that's the peak moment of part of their story. And, oh,
And I
Yeah.
guess if we're loosely interpreting features and the way you explained it, Ryan, I could buy that. I mean, if it was just one photo, it would probably be better in a different category. But if it's part of a story, ongoing coverage, then it fits right here.
So we'll keep that one in.
Yep.
I think this probably has the same problems that the pig picture just had, where there's too much in focus, but it keeps your eye moving. The bubble in front of the shark lady's face. The kids are all perfectly placed in the bubble in the bottom, reaching for it. But there's just a lot of distraction, a lot of chaos, I guess, in this picture. So I can lose it.
Yeah. I love how weird it is, but
It is
Right.
pretty weird.
Yeah. Just
So that one's an out.
yeah.
yes.
All right. What's that leave us with? Down to 8.
Not a bad set there. Got some nice moments. Nice graphic.
Who wants to make a case for a first place? We can start doing that. We can do a first place, and then we can pick a second, third, honorable mention after that.
Can you bring up the that first photo again?
There's something about, I mean, it's like hits you in the gut looking at those faces and the way her hands are entwined around him. It's just a moving moment. It really is.
Yeah.
It's composed really well.
Visually speaking, I do like it. It was not my favorite, just from a strict aesthetic standpoint. But when you couple that with the cut line and all of that, and I agree with everything else, it's still a very nice frame. I definitely think that elevates it to a very, very nice photo and nice moment, and really captures the essence of the human interest. Is there anything else you guys feel like that rises to that level that totally encompasses the spirit of the category, being a nice visually and also having the powerful story to it?
I don't think that some of them are, they're just as they are feature photos, so they don't
Right.
have backstory. Like I really do love the one with the blue.
Me too.
Does it have a story? No, but it's just a really great feature photo.
Those are the two I'm torn between, honestly.
Me too.
Yeah, I really like the goose one, but the framing's a little like that picture in the back wall. It's a little distracting. I mean, I know the moment's still there, and that's probably the angle that she had to work with in a small room, but just cleaning that up a little bit.
Yeah.
Can I see the blue one and the goose one larger, please?
Sure.
This is just executed so well.
Yeah.
everything about, I mean, you have layers of blue everywhere, including like, it looks like the window trim and on the house and
Yep.
the sky, and just framed by the window of the bounce house. And it just, everything is complements each other in this frame.
Yep.
Yeah, the ball helps too. I mean,
Totally. And like I said before, the girl right between the windows, it's just everything lined up really well.
yeah.
Strictly aesthetically speaking, this is my favorite frame.
Yeah, I feel I could see this within the top two.
Yeah.
And then here was the goose.
I feel like you could have, I mean, that could have been cropped in tighter,
True.
Yep.
to way tighter, and lost that picture frame and cleaned it up a lot.
Yeah, the light switch, the picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been more gripping. I mean, I do like the hunched over, seeing that.
Yeah.
But like you said, even if you could see a little bit of, you can sort of make out that you got this facial expression going on. But if you had that other angle where you see the eyes and the wrinkled forehead and stuff, that would really helped.
I like the two we have up there. They're very, very different. I'm torn on first and second. I mean, for me, the execution of the blue one is, I'm not sure there's anything I would change, but the other one has super added value when you think about what the photographer did with adding the information that gives you, it just makes that photo that much more powerful. So kudos to the photographers for all of these, but those two really rise, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, there's several others I like as well. I mean, we might as well throw them out there and make cases for them. I do like the black and white one a lot.
Yeah.
I think timeless was the perfect way to describe that too. That was just, I feel like that's really something that anybody that's spent time in the Midwest, you just kind of feel.
Are there some that you see as honorable mention only? We could work backwards from that way. Ones that you want to keep and honor, but you don't think are going to be in the top three.
I
For
think
me,
probably the reenactment. I mean, I still like the frame. I think it's weird.
I could live with that for honorable mention.
yeah, I can live with that. I think you sold me on that part.
Is there? So let's do sort of a round of voting for honorable mention. If there's anything you want to lose, we can do that also.
Okay. I mean, so these are honorable mention or higher, or
higher,
just honorable
yeah.
mention?
Yeah, just to try to
Okay.
whittle it if we need to, or if everything's an honorable mention that you see on your screen, that's fine also.
So
And it sounds like that one you want to keep in a place.
Yeah.
Yep.
Same
That
with
one
that.
too.
Yeah. I might put that in an honorable mention if we kept it.
yeah,
And I think the debate is it, I mean, is it worth keeping?
I think it's worth keeping. I mean, it is a strong moment.
It's a strong moment. It doesn't do as much for me as some of the others we have.
I don't think it's 1, 2, or 3, but it's
I'm fine leaving it as an honorable mention if y'all wanted to, but I don't think it's 1, 2, or 3.
If you guys want to keep it as an honorable mention, I could do that.
Okay.
Okay.
I could lose this one.
Max, you want to make your case?
I still like it, but I do agree that it could have been executed better. Well, maybe. Obviously we weren't there, but I think we do have some other ones that kind of give us more to it. If I would be fine having it as an honorable mention, I am not going to fight you guys if you disagree with that, because I don't think it rises to warrant that. But I still do really enjoy this frame.
I agree. If a photographer brought this, I would really like it and play it big. I just don't know if it rises to an award.
I can agree with that.
I'm with you guys.
You
All right, so we'll lose it.
Okay. That we said was honorable mention.
Yep.
I could see leaving it for now.
I'm sorry, what'd you say, Ryan? Leaving it or losing it?
I could say leaving it for now.
Oh, yeah, I agree. I like the way the photographer was thinking. They, had to make an effort to make this picture work.
Yeah, some people may have just stopped with the sunbathers down below, but they
Correct.
had to wait for the right person and the right moment. Sort of.
Yeah, there was cognizant layering going on here that I do enjoy. In a perfect world, I think the sunbathers would be a little farther down in the frame, but obviously they're not going to move for us.
Yeah, I agree. There's a lot of extra space down there, but
I'm almost wondering if you crop up just above the shadow on the slide, just to kind of balance it a little bit. But then I don't know. Yeah, I could keep it for now, and definitely a honorable mention contender.
Okay. We'll leave it in there.
I really like this one.
I do too.
yeah, leave that in.
Okay.
I'd say yes.
Yep.
Works for me.
Okay, so we lost one photo. We got 2. What's our first, second, and third? What's the order you want me to move these around in? Is there something that maybe looks better if I start dragging them around?
Go ahead, Ryan.
I'm sorry, but you go ahead. You started.
Okay, I was going to say, I mean, I keep coming back to the bounce house is 1, the adoption story is 2, and basketball is 3. That's where my eyes just keep gravitating towards. I don't know if y'all feel the same way.
Yeah, I definitely feel like 1 and 2, the way you said, because the bounce house one, although it doesn't have a backstory, it was more difficult to catch that exact moment than the other one. The other one does rely heavily, or not heavily, but it does rely on the caption itself to really boost it. I mean, it is still a nice moment and everything, but as far as like difficulty in capturing the images and still being, not just that it's difficult, but it's also visually pleasing, the bounce house does rise to 1 for me.
Yep, me too.
Okay.
And I do like that as 2. I'm sort of torn on 3 right now.
Marcia, how do you feel about that for 2?
I do like the basketball a lot. For me, I don't love the goose photo. Let me go through my thinking in all of these.
Mhm.
I love what we have for 1 and 2. I guess I have a little bit of issue with the slide photo just in the final composition of it or the cropping of it, for the same reasons you guys do with, sorry, I live downtown, so I don't know if you can hear when people go by. There's a little too much space for me on the bottom.
Yeah.
I do like the moment of the reenactment, but I'm good with it as honorable mention. I do like the house photo a lot. I mean, for me, the 3 contenders for 3rd are basketball, the house, and the sunbathers. But because of that little bit of the flaw on the sunbathers, I think for me it's either the house or the basketball.
Yeah, I think those are both the 2 that I was thinking for debating on 3. For me, the like I said before, the timelessness, the feeling of the basketball, but I'm sort of leaning towards the house because of the moment and the story, just like I was leaning towards the number 2, because it just gives you that much more. It's a, the importance of the photo is more to me than the other. But
Can we see the barn and the house enlarged? I didn't mean to interrupt, Ryan. I'm sorry. I thought you were done.
I was, sorry. I mean, the house is a little bit loose on the frame, but it's, like I said,
I actually wish there was a little more on the left so she wasn't right at the edge of the frame.
Right, and we could probably lose that dumpster that's right there as well.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's peak moment.
Yeah.
That's peak emotion, and the story's there. So for me, I can live with the framing not necessarily being, the best framing it could have been, but it has, 3 other things going for it that push it up for me.
What's not doing it for you about the basketball one?
I don't know. I'm not saying that I'm not saying I'm 100% on 3, but I am leaning more towards the house one.
It just feels like quintessential Americana.
Yeah.
And there's, it's visually, it's, in my opinion, I mean, I like the other frame, don't get me wrong, but I think this one is visually more appealing. And the story isn't have the same impact, but it's still this kind of slice of life that I think is important for photojournalists to document. And I think this did that very, very nicely.
And for this one, I like both frames and I could be comfortable with either one of them for 3rd. So I'm not much help in ending this roadblock. But for me, there's really not anything I would change in the execution in this photo. It's composed well. I like that it was done in black and white, or at least converted to black and white. the composition spot on, the moment spot on. I just wonder on the other photo how it would stack up in the moment is really compelling here. I just see some other flaws that if it was in a different category, whether it would rise to the top 3. It's hard to say for the very reason that I would want more on the left so she wasn't right at the edge of the frame. So your eye, goes a little bit all over the frame a little bit. For me anyway.
I mean, I definitely think it's worth an honorable mention, but but I am definitely prefer that basketball frame. And like Marsha was saying, there's not a thing I would change about it.
I mean,
Sorry.
the only thing I was going to say really about the house photo is it's such a compelling story that, that to me also gives it some extra added value.
Yeah, I agree there are flaws in the house photo as far as the framing. So, and I agree that the other one is, there's nothing to change on the other one. And again, I said I'm not 100 on either way, but so let's see. Can you blow up big one more time, please?
Which one?
Just both of them one more time, and then I'll be good. So I'll take one last look. Okay. Well, we know we definitely have one answer for the basketball.
Yeah, Max said that he likes the basketball in third.
Yeah.
If one of the other two of you would like to agree with him or come to a consensus, we can make that one a third.
I like it for third. This one's a hard one. I think the other two really jumped out, and these two photos are both very nice, and they completely do different things.
Yeah, I feel like it's really difficult picking between the two because I do have an attachment to both of them. So that's the issue for me, is that I can clearly, separate those from the HMs as being up there.
I can live with it in the order we have it with the, I don't want to say live with it.
No.
Both of these photos are really nice. I would support the basketball pictures third.
I see what you're saying. I mean, like I said, it is clean. It is this moment. It is this life, because I cover a lot of urban areas, so I don't see that as often. So it does have an appeal to me as well. I'm okay living with that with 3, but I do want to just leave it that it was hard for me to make that decision because I do feel those two are really strong.
I agree.
This was a tough category. I didn't give you guys an easy one to start with. So.
Yeah, no, you didn't. Thank you very much.
Threw you in the deep end here first. So this, we'll mark this one as 3. This one's clearly an honorable mention.
Yep.
And then bottom row also honorable mentions, or are we? Is there a gap then?
I could lose the goose.
I
Yeah.
could too, but Ryan, you like that photo a lot.
I mean, I do like the moment, but the other ones are composed better, and so I could lose it.
Okay, so that's 3. You say you lose the goose. Keep these as honorable mentions.
Yes,
I'm good with that.
Okay.
nice work.
Yeah, nice work. That was very tough. That was one of our bigger categories. So, thank you for doing that first and talking through that.